You must invade the systems of this world and live above the world system. You must understand your role as a kingdom ambassador or diplomat. You must understand your place, your role as a kingdom ambassador and diplomat. And this is vitally important. The reason why so many believers don't take responsibility because they lack the understanding of their role as ambassadors. There are many Christians are at ease in Zion. They are just so relaxed, docile, slothful, and they are nominal. The reason they can still be just bench warmers in church is because they lack understanding of their role as diplomat and ambassadors of the kingdom. 2 Corinthians 5:20 is saying, ye are ambassadors of Christ. Take your time, do a research on what it means to be an ambassador or a diplomat. An ambassador or a diplomat lives for one thing. An ambassador, for example, the ambassador of Nigeria to the United States of America, he lives to promote and advance the brand that he or she represents. Follow me, please. An ambassador lives to promote and advance. To advance means to push. It is not to wait for opportunity, it is to look for opportunity and seize the opportunity and maximize the opportunity. Hello? Hello? If you keep waiting for opportunity, you may end up dying poor. What distinguishes the rich and the poor is the ability to identify, seize, and maximize opportunities. So that what others see as problem, they see it as opportunity, and they are able to seize it and maximize it. It turns out to be wealth for them. So an ambassador, beyond representing the country, today in our world, big companies, multinational companies, they employ the services of those they call brand ambassadors. Hello? Are you with me this morning? The likes of Glow, Multimedia, and OMTN. When you become a popular face, the dream of every comedian or even actors and actresses. As a matter of fact, what makes Nollywood actors and actresses thick, what really gives them money is not the movies they act. Being on the screen gives them a face. Being on the screen makes them popular. And in Africa, in Nigeria, becoming popular almost is synonymous with becoming famous. So when you become popular, brand or different brands, companies need popular face to use to influence their followers to patronize their brand. Do you know what I'm saying now? So when you see the celebrities, you see them most time, they appeal to you. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. Please follow me on Instagram. Like my page. What they are doing is to build their fan base. Because when, for example, a multinational company knows you have 1 million followers, that means they know you have influence over 1 million followers. If you have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, every time you make a post or upload a video, each of them gets a notification. So they watch it, and by watching it, they are influenced by you, so that anything you do influences them. And you've seen that in our world today. You see people even go as far as tattooing their idols on their body. Hello? Well, I've seen that some young people, they just love the guy, David and all, and they tattoo their, that's to tell you the level of influence. A young girl, I don't know what happened. I think he said the video followed that back on Instagram, and she did a video. She was crying. She said, "Oh," I think she was so emotional. She was so excited. He didn't give her money. Just follow up on Instagram. She was crying. You could see the passion. So the reason brand ambassadors or multinational companies employ this guy, because they know that they have become influencers and they pay them heavily. They pay them stupendously in millions. But then once they pay you that money, it is not for you to live your life as it were. You are being paid heavily so you can promote and advance the cause of the brand that you represent. I wish you can understand me tonight, this morning. So they become brand ambassadors so they can promote and advance that brand. If you represent or you are an ambassador to Glow Network, they dare not catch you using MTN line. Hello? Because good or bad, you must promote the brand you represent. Good or bad, you must speak well about the brand that you represent. So a Glow ambassador must not be caught speaking ill against the brand that you represent. Are you following me? And scripture says you are ambassadors of Christ. If an ambassador is meant to promote and advance the brand that he represents, may I ask you, what have you done? What are you doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to promote and advance the brand that you represent? Hello? Hello? What system do you have in place? I follow some comedians on social media. They do skits regularly, and I noticed that when a brand signs them up, they begin to use their creativity to develop skits just to promote their brand. Are you following me? So they are using their every day. They are thinking it's a contract. If it's a 5-year deal, all those 5 years, they either tell you every week or once in a month, you must do a skit, you must do a video just to advance this brand. That means don't do your own thing at the end that people forget that you represent this brand. So while you are doing your thing, ensure that at every interval you include a certain thing that reminds the people that you represent this company, you represent this brand. Are you following me this morning? And if we are Christ's ambassadors living in this world as pilgrims on earth, what system do you have when you go out every day? What do you do? What program do you have with your social media handle? Do people know that you actually represent a brand? Do your followers know that you are a brand ambassador on this earth? If you follow those celebrities, in a short while you must know what they represent. Hello? You must know the affirms the kind of lifestyle they live. You must know. When people follow you on social media, do they get to know the brand you represent? What do you do on a daily basis? When you leave the social media space, of course, is controlled by the system of the world. Yes. So if you are there, you must understand, don't get caught up in that system. You are there to infiltrate the system with your own system. Don't get caught up. Don't go there and start looking for what others have created to report. Start to create your own system with the intention to infiltrate, to superimpose the system of the world with your own system. Am I communicating here? The social media space today is the largest community of humans. They said if Facebook was to be a nation, it would have been the biggest nation. And the world is gradually phased out of the physical way of doing things into the virtual way of doing things. Before now, they used to say that man cannot live without three things, 3 or 2. Air, the air we breathe in. The man cannot live without water, Hello? Do you agree with that? Huh? You can't live without air. You can't live without water. There's a third one. You can't live without food. Huh? There's the limit you can live. You can fast. But you can't live without air. You can't live without water. You can't live without food. Now, the world has gravitated that they wanted the fourth one. A man now cannot live without data. Listen to the news yesterday, and the CBN governor was saying that very soon that physical naira notes will fizzle out of the country. So you see, they are doing the in-naira stuff. So everything will now be online. So if you think that I can live without data, we get to the world you cannot live in the Western world. It's some things we call luxury here. It's just a normal necessity abroad. Data, internet is like breathing over there. They don't spend so much buying data. Everywhere they have Wi-Fi everywhere. So you enter, they just plug in your browser. So man now cannot live without water, life, food, and data. So the world is gradually gravitating. Now, of course, COVID-19 year 2020 has taught us a lesson, opened us up to the fact that we must be able to get online. So most part of the world today live on internet. It has become a global village, a common net that everyone gathers. If you are there, it was not created. Of course, human wisdom did that, but I can tell you categorically that it is a word system that is operational there. That is why when you go there, what you see most prevailing, that's why the post that trend the most is either a post of nudity or atrocity or murder or gruesomeness there. It trends more. That's to tell you the system that is in operation over there. So if you are in that space, you must get your brain to work. Don't go and be sharing, reposting all the jokes and the crazy half-naked ladies on the internet to attract your own traffic. You must be able to create your system, or else you might get lost in there. Because that is why you are an ambassador. An ambassador only means a representative. That's what it means. Are you following me? You represent God. You represent Christ in your sphere, in your space. And see, you must know it. Everything you have, your Facebook handle, your Instagram handle, your Twitter handle, your YouTube page, you are an ambassador. When a multinational company pays you and buys you over, they did not give you your giftings, but they expect you to use your giftings to promote them and advance them. Hello, are you hearing me? Once they have given you that, they expect you, and you sign it. If you violate it, you can be sued and arrested for it. You must understand. Of course, the way we live, we have a part of our lives where we don't want God to even come near. Our Facebook handle say, God, that's none of your business. I come to church, I do your thing. Leave me on this other side. You can't represent him that way. It is either he is Lord of all, or he is not Lord at all. Am I talking to somebody here? It is, if you say you are a child of God, have you not seen how the kingdom of darkness operates? Have you not seen how the other side, other religions, how they run their things? They are so passionate, they are so aggressive about what they do. Some weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, we heard of how a young girl called Deborah Samuel was gruesomely murdered in cold blood in Sokoto State. What did she do? A student, as classmates, they created a WhatsApp page, a WhatsApp group. And normally, in every WhatsApp group, there are rules and regulations. There are things you are allowed to post and not post. And they said this group was an education group. So please, no religious views should be shared here. And everyone respected that. But those guys, they don't care who you are. They don't care your laws. Is there one posted views on Instagram? Oh, And the young girl simply said, "Hello, sir. Please respect the rules that guide this group." And perhaps you 1 or 2 harsh words on them. And the following day, they went to look for her. This was online. It happened online. They went to her hostel, dragged her out, beat her to death, burnt her physically. While nobody supports that, and I condemn it wholeheartedly, but it tells you the passion with which they represent Abraham. And when they did it, they didn't go into hiding. No, they did a video. The guy who wear the matches did a video, and they were shouting, "Allah Akbar." They were proud. They did it, and they came out on air without the whole world condemning it. They didn't regret it. They say she spoke against what they believe, and we came out against her. As I guess today, another lady, they are looking for her now. I don't know what they say she did. When they comment or so, said she insulted Muhammad. They went to her house. God saved her. I don't know who took her to the house. They went there, they didn't see her. They started burning down houses, burning down churches. They said she must die. That is, they may be doing it extremely, but they are ambassadors of the faith that they represent. You to post common scripture on your Facebook page, social media handle, no, you can't do it. You can copy all kind of nonsense and share. Who do you represent? He said we are ambassadors. We represent him. That means your whole life, everything, your dress system, your communication system, it should advance the cause of what you believe. Am I talking to somebody here? You don't have to be religious about it, but you must have it at the back of your mind that all things that you do, ultimately, when the question pops up, how do you do all these things? You must refer to him, because that is the brand you represent. If you don't understand this, you will never be an influencer for the kingdom. You will still isolate part of your life from the Christian life, because you think this side, God is no go area, just leave me. If I come to church on Monday, between me and you, on your Sunday, Monday to Saturday, Lord, it's not your business how I dress. It's not your business what I do in my life. Says who? You can't be a part-time Christian and expect to defeat a full-time devil. You can't be a part-time, you can't operate in this system part-time on part-time basis and expect to conquer this system of the world that the devil runs on a full-time. So they said the way to superimpose or live above the world system. Let it register your mind that you are an ambassador of Christ. So when you dress out of your house every day, the question that should pop on your mind is not how will people see me. Will they admire me? Will I be attracted? You should first ask yourself, do I represent the brand of the kingdom? What will Jesus do? That's the because it is him you represent. It is him. So understand the road that you are an ambassador of Christ. Tell somebody you are an ambassador of Christ. You represent him in everything. You represent him in every way. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.